Hello and welcome to our video on stupas and the Triratnas of Buddhism. Stupas are sacred structures that have been an important part of Buddhist culture and practice for centuries. The Triratnas of Buddhism, also known as the Three Jewels, are an integral part of Buddhist practice. In this video, we'll explore the history, symbolism, and significance of stupas in Buddhism, as well as the Triratnas of Buddhism. What is a stupa? A stupa is a sacred structure in Buddhism that represents the Buddha's enlightenment and is used as a place of worship and pilgrimage. It is a type of Buddhist architecture that typically consists of a dome-shaped structure with a square or circular base. Stupas vary in size and design, but they often have intricate carvings, paintings, and other decorations that depict important Buddhist figures and teachings. Stupas are still an important part of Buddhist practice and are found all over the world. Design and elements of stupas. The dome is the central and most prominent feature of the stupa. It represents the Buddha's wisdom and enlightenment. The base of the stupa provides a stable foundation for the structure and represents the Buddha's teachings and the Four Noble Truths. The hamika is a square platform located at the top of the dome. It represents the Buddha's eyes and symbolizes his ability to see all things with clarity. The spire at the top of the hamika represents the path to enlightenment and the gradual ascent from the base of the stupa to the pinnacle of wisdom and enlightenment. The parasol is a decorative umbrella that is often placed on top of the spire. It represents protection from worldly distractions and spiritual obstacles. The chattara is a symbol of royalty and represents the Buddha's victory over the three poisons of greed, hatred, and delusion. The four steps leading up to the base of the stupa represent the four stages of enlightenment. The relics of the Buddha or other important Buddhist figures are often enshrined within the stupa. Decorative elements. Stupas are often decorated with intricate carvings, paintings, and other decorative elements that depict important Buddhist figures and teachings. The circumambulation path. The path around the stupa is used for circumambulation, or walking around the stupa in a clockwise direction. It is often decorated with prayer flags, mantras, and other offerings. Type of stupa. Relic stupa. A stupa that contains the remains or relics of a Buddhist saint or teacher. Commemorative stupa. A stupa that is built to commemorate a significant event or individual, such as the Buddha's birth or enlightenment. Symbolic stupa. A stupa that represents the various aspects of Buddhist philosophy and teachings, such as the Three Jewels or the Five Elements. Meditation stupa. A stupa that is used as a focal point for meditation and contemplation. Victory stupa. A stupa that commemorates a military victory or conquest. These are just a few of the many types of stupas that can be found throughout Buddhist cultures and traditions. How the Triratnas relate to the stupa in Buddhist philosophy. The Triratna, also known as the Three Jewels, are the central principles of Buddhism. The Buddha is the founder of Buddhism, and the first of the Triratna. He is considered to be an enlightened teacher who discovered the path to liberation from suffering. Buddhists take refuge in the Buddha, seeking inspiration and guidance from his teachings and example. The Dharma refers to the teachings of the Buddha, as well as the natural laws that govern the universe. The Dharma provides a path for Buddhists to follow in order to achieve liberation from suffering. Buddhists take refuge in the Dharma, seeking to understand and apply its principles to their lives. The Sangha refers to the community of monks, nuns, and laypeople who have committed themselves to the practice of Buddhism. The Sangha provides support and guidance to individual practitioners, and serves as a living example of the principles of Buddhism in action. By taking refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, Buddhists seek to cultivate wisdom, compassion, and inner peace, and to realize their full potential as human beings. Some of the most famous stupas include Borobudur, Indonesia. This massive stupa, built in the 9th century, is one of the largest Buddhist monuments in the world. It is located in central Java, Indonesia, and features a series of terraces and platforms adorned with intricate carvings and sculptures. Sanchi Stupa, India. The Sanchi Stupa, located in the Indian state of Madhya Pradesh, is one of the oldest and most important Buddhist monuments in India. It was built in the 3rd century BCE and has been expanded and renovated over the centuries. Bodhanath Stupa, Nepal. Located in Kathmandu, Nepal, this stupa is one of the largest in the world and is an important pilgrimage site for Tibetan Buddhists. It is said to contain the relics of the Buddha Kashyapa. Shwedagon Pagoda, Myanmar. The Shwedagon Pagoda, located in Yangon, Myanmar, is a massive gold-plated stupa that is said to enshrine relics of the Buddha. It is a major tourist attraction and pilgrimage site in Myanmar. These are just a few examples of the many famous stupas that can be found throughout the Buddhist world. Each stupa has its own unique history, design, and significance, but all serve as powerful symbols of the Buddha's wisdom and enlightenment. Role of stupas in inspiring devotion and spiritual transformation. Stupas are considered sacred structures that contain relics of the Buddha or other enlightened beings, and they serve as powerful symbols of the Buddha's wisdom and enlightenment. Their presence can evoke a sense of reverence and awe in practitioners and visitors alike. Buddhists believe that circumambulating, walking around, a stupa in a clockwise direction can accumulate merit and purify negative karma. Many stupas are located in natural or peaceful settings, such as mountains, forests, or parks. This can create a conducive environment for meditation and reflection, and can help practitioners connect with the natural world and their own inner nature. Stupas are sometimes used as focal points for group or individual prayers, offerings, or other religious rituals. This can create a sense of community and shared purpose among practitioners, and can help to deepen their faith and commitment to the Buddhist path. In conclusion, the stupa is a sacred structure in Buddhism that serves as a physical representation of the Buddha's enlightenment and the path to liberation from suffering. Together, the stupa and the Triratnas represent the essence of Buddhist philosophy and offer guidance and inspiration to practitioners around the world. Thank you for watching this video on the stupa and the Triratnas of Buddhism. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more content on Buddhism and other spiritual topics.